Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in. I ain't gonna be on here long, but I just wanted to talk about a few things that I seen, man. As y'all seen that I got state to national playoffs. So it seemed like, man, when it comes to competition, it don't seem like Y and C and C1N are the only ones. AYF not the only ones in competition. It seems like there's some competition now in state. It seems like you got, I believe it's Warzone. It's Born Chasers, 300, and then EYSN. They are basically collaborating to do state. Now, the issue is we don't know which teams are going to which. And that's going to be a dilemma. Now, if anybody is feeling like they do when it comes to Y and C, then you're going to have individuals going to the tradition, which is B2C. But from what I'm hearing, they're trying to say that B2C is charging the teams in order to play in their state. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. Not sure where teams are going. I do know time is approaching. Time is of the essence, and I do know that all of the organizations, you know, what I'm saying, is necessary. But when it comes to who they're going to go to, I would love to know which team is going where because all that stuff matters. Because like for instance, you got So Icy, you got all these other organizations that's playing are supposed to be playing RDE. So would they be going to the B2C or would they be going to join, you know, the war zones and board chasers? So that's going to be intriguing within itself. So I would love some answers, and that's mainly the reason why I'm coming on here because it's so much stuff going on right now, man. And it's like I don't know where to look to. I don't know. I haven't talked to nobody yet. I do know that Born Chaser was on here, said that they doing the state, and then Alex was on here. He said that he's doing state. So therefore, I'm not sure, man, what nobody is doing. I do know that I will be supporting, all of them, and that's just me. That's the side that I'm going to take. But man, this is it's going to be crazy because here's the thing: when they throw the state, it damn near going to have to be at the same time. So if they all throwing the party at the same time, I mean state at the same time, who are they going to play with? Like who are they going to look at as it being a more prestigious state to go to? So and like I say, man, one have been doing it for the other. The other one, is just now getting into it, but they have been a reliable, event thrower. So I can see that it's still being successful. So I'm not even sure, what's going to stem from it. And then, like I say, far with the C1N, I'm hearing this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Cam is somewhat struggling getting teams to come, although he's doing four teams per age. Well, at least that's what that was told to me. He's supposed to be doing four teams per age. So if that's the case, is Cam struggling? Is he having a hard time getting some of these teams to go there? I did know that they mentioned Twin City supposed to be going there, and they said that what's another team? They said Twin City, and then it was MCU supposed to be going to supposed to be going to C1N, and so like I said, man, if they're struggling right now, I mean, that's cool, right? But some of the teams they're going to be able to fill up, but are you going to be able to get the best? That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest question. Are they going to be able to get the best teams, to fit that four? He said C1N is struggling because if Y and C and AYF rule, um, because of the Y and C and AYF rule, or what are we talking about the cutoff date? Because if they're I'm not sure. Let me know just a little bit. Let me know about the cutoff rule. Let me know about the rule. Because I mean, even if that's the case, man, this is something that I'm trying to tell y'all, that the name rings the bell, but it doesn't always hold the weight that we are looking for, right? So if even though Cam is a household name, right, he's still having a hard time. If having a hard time getting players, it's because something he's not doing right. And I can assure you that I got the sauce. He says, no, the team will be pushed out of the league. Huh? The team will be pushed out of the league if they go play C1N. Oh man, that's crazy. That's the first time I heard this. I ain't gonna even lie to you. So if they play C1N next year, they're gonna be pushed out. He said it's like the punishment. Hey, Butch was good. So he said the punishment. So if the teams play in the C1N event, then they're going to be punished the next season. Ah man, I don't know about that one, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That seems like at the end of the day, we still got to look at kids, man. You know, sometimes the coaches making decisions for them, but they still got to factor in that it's the kids involved. So if the kids want to play, you know, YNC or AYF, you can't punish the kids, man. You know, and that's the way I look at it, because um, it seems like a pick and choose, oh, them or me type of thing. It's like, nah, if we're saying that you know it's wherever the kids want to go, then we got to let them be free, and we just got to make sure that they live up to the rule and respect the rule. Now that what we got to do, we got to respect the rule. Hey, PA Trench, it was good. Yes, sir. All is well, man. You know, I just came on here for a minute to kick it with everybody. Talk about state. It seemed like we got a couple C1N situations, C1N, YNC situation. Because out here in state, they got two individuals that's doing state, right? You know it was the B2C, and then now you got some other individuals like the Born Chasers, the War Zone, like they're doing state as well. So I wonder, you know, what are people going to do? Because you know, like I say, if we talk C1N and YNC, YNC will be B2C, meaning that they've been here already established, been doing it every year, and then C1N will be the Born Chasers, the War Zone, right? They're new to this situation, so I mean, you know, I'm supportive of both of them. I rock with both of them. I think that you know, either way, they're going to have a lot of fun, whichever organization that they go to. But I can assure y'all this: it may not be a lot of fans there. It may not be a lot of fans because this year, so many people have been throwing events, but a lot of times, man, the stadium is not what it should be, right? It's not as packed as it should be unless it's like a So Icy versus RDE type game. And the third time that they played, I believe in where was it? Somewhere in Stockbridge. It wasn't as packed, right? They had a lot of people, but according to the standard that So Icy and RDE, when they play each other, brings, they usually, you know what I'm saying, they usually a little packed. But in this case, it wasn't the case. So we got to start trying to work with each other, man, on dates, because them stands be looking a little too empty. And that's why I say support. If y'all like a team, make sure y'all go support that team. You know, but hey, man, that's hey, this is a crazy year. I to say the least, this is a crazy year due to the fact that it's just too much going on and nobody knows nothing. Teams not playing, events. There are so many events to choose from. Um, Parents is not coming to support the game. They feel like the tickets is too high. So it's a lot going on. But next year, I can assure y'all, we're gonna have some structure. I can assure y'all we're gonna have some structure. We're gonna have structure with the rankings. We're gonna have structure with games played. If you consider yourself a national team, then you're gonna have to sign up and say that you're a national team because we don't want to hear. Just like the Oakland Dynamites, right? The Oakland Dynamites are in a situation that they want to play in the YNCs and they want to play D1, but they signed up for the D2 situation. So they're stuck in the D2 situation. Just like next year, just like that situation happened next year, you're going to have to sign up in the beginning. What are you trying to play? Are you trying to play local? Are you trying to play, just like national? Like, what are you trying to play? You trying to play AYF, YNC? Like, you can select all, all three or whatever. AYF, YNC, C1N. You can select either one. But you're going to have to meet the requirements in order to be able to get in there. He said, Bush said, put him on the committee, right? So the reason why you have to make that decision on whether or not you're going to play national and stuff like that, because we got to make sure that we hold you to a certain standard. If you're not playing certain games, then you don't get in. If you want to play, you don't get ranked. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the benefits that comes with being mentioned, even if you're one of the top teams. And the reason why is because a lot of we see what happens when the coach have leisure. A lot of games don't get played. When the coach is able to do what they want to do, the games don't get played. And so we gotta take it some of the power out of their hand. Even though yesterday EF feel like the coaches have all the power, they don't. They have some power, but they don't have all the power because a lot of them want to coach. But at the same time, there are rules that you have to adhere to. You know what I'm saying? Just like my guy, Money Muscle Entertainment said. He said that basically, AYF and in YNC have a rule. So I guess if any teams play, in the C1N, that they possibly get punished for next season. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So it's up to people to make that decision. So I want to ask the question: is Twin City still going in? See, Twin City have been a team that been playing in YNC. They won 2 of the last 3 years, right? 2 championships in the last 3 years. Now, are they going to go? Are people, really going to let that affect them to the point where they don't even go? And I don't think that's the case. He said in AYF and YNC are charging in opt-out fee. Oh, they charging the opt-out fee. So how do you assure that you opt in? That's what I want to know. How are you assured that you are that you are opt in already? And that's what I'm saying. Like next year, it will make sense, but in that box, it will have to be all 3 options: C1N, YNC, AYF. I mean, I know they got other ones, right? But I think Panther, which is the ranked up, he does his own thing. So I don't think that it's going to be a requirement for him. He said on here that he just want to get some of the teams that just want to play like a national. You know what I'm saying? They know they're not the best, but they know that they can compete with the type of teams that he have in his league. So that'll be good for them. But if you ask me, bro, I swear to God, I got the sauce to where both can coexist and both can win at the end. Both of them. It don't even have to be a competition. It don't even have to be that. Shout out to Supreme. Brandon Jones says coaches have all the power until further notice. Nah, hey, they have a little power. They have some power. What's the thing? What you gonna say? Oh, they want me to play teams, so therefore I don't want to coach. Like, what are you gonna say as a coach? That looks weak. You know what I'm saying? Like that looks super weak. And also, you know what I'm saying? If anybody want to call in, I got the call number right here. 770-954-5484. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the coaches, they got some power, but at the end of the day, you know, like how would it look if you say, you know what, man, why you quit? Because man, they was trying to make me play the best teams, or they was trying to make me travel, or they was trying to like it ain't gonna look good. So I mean, we could say the coaches got the power. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It is not what we think. He says, PA Trenches said, he said, I missed it, but why GA got two separate state championships by two credible entities? Why not one? And that's the thing, man. You know, it kind of like everybody doing their own thing. Yoshi, what's up? Everybody kind of doing their own thing. Hey, and if y'all can do me a favor, definitely share the live, man. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, everybody wants to do their own thing. And you know, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The way that it is, I can't say everybody wants to do their own thing, because when you look at the other state, right? Because we got B2C, but when you look at the other state championship that's going on, you got Orange Chasers, you got Warzone, you have 300, then you have EYSN. Those are, you know, three individuals that throw their own stuff usually, right? But they decided to come together and make it work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they just don't want to work with them. I don't know what the situation is. But what I do know is that, you know what I'm saying, like either one that they go to is definitely gonna be it's gonna be worth it. That's all I can say. That's the, you know what I'm saying, that's the most I can say, because you know, like I say, they take care of each other. They take care of the kids. Like they don't have any horse in the race when it comes to the kids. So I can literally see it being a great event, you know, both ways. Now, if you ask me, somebody that supports everybody, guess what? I'm gonna be at both. That's just it. I'm gonna end up supporting both. I might go to one day and then the other another. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, because I'm a supportive person. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna support in a, you know, in a way to where everybody is getting the support by me, because that's just me. Everybody not like me though. Everybody not like me. So Desmond says, he says the parents got all the power. If they not totally bought in, it ain't gonna work. And we see that. We see that the parents definitely got the power, right? They definitely had a power, because without their support, you're not going to be able to travel. Without the parent support, you see the league is going to be trash. Without the parent support, you're not going to be able to pay for all those kids, right? You got to pay registration. Registration, got to pay for uniform, you know, different type of jerseys, you know, travel expenses. If they do that, they got to pay for a lot of stuff. So yes, the parents hold the power, but at the end of the day, right, the kids dictate damn near everything. Not this year, but on most occasions. And the reason why I say that the kids dictate everything is because the parents does what the kid want. If the kid doesn't want to play for a certain coach, he won't go there. You see what I'm saying? So when we really look at who got the power, we got to look at the kids. You know what I'm saying? Um, Brandon Jones said, he says you play who's on your schedule until Y&C start making team schedules, national games, it won't change. So therefore, the coach is running the game. Nah, because look, because the coaches, right? They and just like let's say, not to, you know, my guy Yoshi, very supportive, appreciate you being here. But let's say Brick City. Brick City can't get in the nationals, right? Now, I don't think my guy is certain whether or not he's gonna be able to play nationals when it comes to the C1N or what, no nationals, right? or whatever national out there. You may not be able to play. Now, if the coaches dictate everything, they will be in there. Brick City will be in the YNC. So the coaches doesn't dictate anything. When the rules are set in play and you have to implement those rules, you're gonna have to stick by those rules, or you just don't, get the notoriety that you're looking for. And that's the added benefit in playing for the YNC is you get added attention. And why is that? Because once your team is on the rankings, people are looking and searching and watching you to say, hey, man, this team good, or they not good. So that's the added benefit. And not just that, it's people around the world that gets the chance to know who y'all are. So it's definitely a benefit, right? But the coach is definitely not running the game. So I disagree with that. He says Delray versus Brick City tomorrow night. That's served. You know what I'm saying? He says it's going to be crazy out there. Everybody has been waiting for this. Yeah, man. Y'all lead been ducking the smoke, man. Y'all lead. I want to say, man, it's damn near some payola going on. And the reason why I say that is because how the hell this game ain't been played? This game should have been played in mid-season, or at least not towards the end, but definitely in the mid-season. If y'all really wanted to challenge yourself, this gonna be the first game that y'all really have to where both teams meet the same cutoff date, got the same age group, all that stuff. That y'all gonna meet somebody that's just like y'all, similar to y'all, and somebody that's on a I don't know how many ever game win streak. Y'all gonna meet y'all match. Hopefully, y'all got enough games played in order to not be rusty and to get the win. You know what I'm saying? But Delray, I seen some games about Delray. Delray is a really good team, man. I can say that, to say the least. So I'm definitely do you know who Bush, do you know if anybody is going to have a like a live stream, and if so, could y'all tag me in there? Money Muscle Entertainment says, he said, I understand what you're saying, but there is structure with scheduling, so the coaches are getting away with it. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I like you still gotta allow the coaches to have some authority, some power, and stuff like that, right? Because some coaches really don't even care about rankings or whatever. And then you got some coaches that does care, but they don't care to go and play to prove that they're the best. They just want to basically, go to the finish line. They don't want to run the race. They just want to already, be at the finish line and play when it comes time to national championship football. And I'm not okay with that, because the thing is, we want to see y'all play, right? He says, Butch says, Brick City is coached by Pouncey Brothers. The league fixed it like that. Okay, I get it. So it was, but they knew. That just let me know that they already knew the outcome. They knew that these two teams were the best teams out there. And then it had to be some ducking on Coach Pouncey and them, right? It had to be some form, because like how can that happen? How? Unless you go up to them and you say, you know what? I don't want to play them yet. I want to play them, for the championship. I know we got a really good team. I think we're gonna beat everybody. And and we don't want to play them until championship. But I know we're gonna be the best two teams. Like that's the only thing that can make sense to me. Like, why these teams ain't played? Yes. So they fixed it like that. Because they already knew that these were going to be the two best teams in the league. But I think that it makes more sense if you say, you know what, these two teams played versus each other, right? Good game. Not only that, y'all probably had a stacked crowd to make some money. Not just that, then it would have been more anticipation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for this game because it's like, okay, damn, they beat us the first time. We're gonna play them again. Let's see if it's gonna be the same outcome. Are they gonna be able to get it done? You know what I'm saying? Could the coaches make that proper adjustment? That makes sense to me. Everything else, AT Street was good. He's Yoshi says section 104 will be live streaming. Okay. Yeah, just still if you can, man, just definitely tag me in there. Cause sometimes, man, stuff don't be popping up. He says they usually live stream on YouTube. I bet. Christopher Jarrett, he says the league set the AYF team's schedule. He said they were definitely strategic in keeping the two teams from playing before the Super Bowl, which is the only game in the league charges for. Yeah, but they could have charged twice. They could have charged them twice because that's a game that everybody pretty much clamor for. You know what I'm saying? They could save some money. So if the league wasn't charging nobody, shout out to the league because that let me know that they for the people, right? So that's dope. But this game could have been made, you know. But then again, too, I don't know what the situation is with the C1N, but I know they was anticipating on going to the C1N. And if they meet the requirement, if they don't meet the requirement, which I thought was going to be anybody can go long as they meet their league age group. So that's what was my understanding. So I was under the impression that Delray or Brick City or both were going to the C1N, but I guess not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what's going on with that. He says we have 16 teams in our league, and they could have been one. They could have been a game that was played. So uh he says there was a preseason game scheduled. The league canceled it, not the coaches. Hey, the league, I'm telling you, the league is on some bull. That's who on some bull. It's the league. It seems like they are, and that's how you fix stuff. I'm gonna just be flat out honest, man. People to think because this is like youth football that they don't be fixing a lot of stuff. They definitely be fixing some stuff. But he says that the league right schedule he set the schedule, but there are games that can be played outside of the league, right? So if they can't play in the league, then they could have set something up probably to go play, on a different day. I'm pretty sure most of y'all games are on Saturdays. They could have made a game to schedule for Sunday. So when two teams want to play, they will. That's all I understand. Because So Icy and RDE just played in the league game. And they already played twice before that league game. Now they could have avoided playing each other. They could have waited till they both got to the championship or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. They just played the game, bro. That's the thing. You just gotta play the game. He said AYF has the best structure by far. Only thing holding it back is age cutoff. Now I'm gonna say this. I would agree with you, but here's where I got the problem. AYF didn't make the North Philly Blackhawks and the Bounty Boys play. So I ain't going with that. So we understand they got the best structure when it probably comes to the championship and how to get there, region, winning your region and all that stuff. Like they probably had a best structure when it comes to that. But far as the end season, they don't have no structure because none of them teams played. You mean to tell me that a coach is able to say that, man, I'll meet you in the championship and never played the game? Nah. So AYF, I think they start making the schedule when it comes playoff time or championship. The people who playing in the region and all that stuff. That's when they got it structured, for that way. because that's why I believe that EF yesterday was saying that, look, I don't know why the coach would say that because you don't know who you're going to play. The way the ball bounces, they said, like basically saying like the hottest two teams, you know what I'm saying, or the number one and number two team might play each other in the first round. So, so however they set up is how it is. But if the coach know that, how the hell are you gonna schedule for somebody to play in the championship if you know that? He says, yeah, so Delray played Woj instead. I heard the winner out of SED and Woj supposed to play the winner out of Delray and supposed to play the winner out of Delray in Brick City. He says, what you think about Duval beating a dog pound? I told y'all, man, I'm not going to even lie to you. I told y'all, dog pound, they're a good team. They're a defensive team. Dog pound is all defense. They don't have no offense, bruh. That's why I don't give them the credit. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't give them the credit, because I think they are a really good team, right? I understand that defense wins championships. I understand that. But then you still got to be able to score on the offensive end. You still got to be able to put up points. And Dog Pound don't do that. They hit hard, right? They got a hell of a defense. They got some nice coaches. But that OC need to be able to dial it up, because they're not doing that right now. So that's what I think about them. I think they are a really good team with no offense. No offense. He's James says, he says, perfect example. Terrence City Ducks versus Montgomery Cardinals are 2-3, 11U, and decided not to play in the state championship game because they think they will face each other in the second round. Y&C. Man, hey, coach, I don't think, coach, see, maybe if I was in another state, I'll probably be able to accept this. But I already came up in Georgia where the best played the best, where you got the rare breed seeking out the Maryland Seahawks, where the rare breed was seeking out to try to play the I don't know if it was the Clock Boys, but they was trying to play up. They was 13U trying to play 14U OG Ducks. Then you had the Georgia Eagles. Then you had the Twin Cities. Then you had the ABAs, and then you had the Falcons United, who was constantly going to the Y&C. You had the RDUs winning it, playing the best. Falcons United, and RDE was literally number one and number two. Did Falcons United? Did they back out? Nope. They made sure that they played the game. And in fact, they thought they were so good, they tried to play them 2 or 3 times. And you mean to tell me that these people ain't playing? Come on, man. Terrence City, that's some scary work right there. That's crazy. But yeah, where's the heart? I thought y'all said y'all was the best. Y'all said y'all was the best. Y'all decided not to play in state. Damn. If that ain't an armed robbery, y'all robbed them kids. Y'all strong on them kids. They ain't gonna never get that moment. They ain't gonna never get that moment. I remember when we played y'all in state. They ain't gonna never be able to say that. They gonna the questions are gonna be, why didn't y'all play each other in state? Man, you know what? Because we were gonna play them in the Y&C. Bro, you know how good that, bro, you know how special that is to be able to win your league championship, to be able to win state, and then go and possibly win national. That's a story. That's a story. That's 3 earned championships right there. But y'all scared of each other. That's what it is. Because I knew that when both of them came to came to Georgia, and then they played Beast End and played West Orlando Jags, and they didn't play each other. So I knew it was some scary work going on. Kurt, I know why you scared. You almost lost the babies that game too versus Beast End. You almost lost them that game. That's crazy. He said, who is Dog Pound? Dog Pound is the Lauderdale Lakes. He said, sometimes the kids don't want that smoke. Now, I don't think it's the kids. I don't think it's none of them kids that's scared. If you go and ask number 3, did he want to play in state? I can guarantee you number 3 wanted to play in state. He said if one of them lose state, they will be on Georgia Eagles side and won't have a chance. He said they're trying to give each other a chance. That's still scary work. I don't care if that's what they doing. I need to know that I'm the best. If I say I'm the best, I'm going to have to go through the best in order to do it. He said, she says, Amy, what's up? How you doing, Amy? She said, is Delray cut off 5-1 or 7-1? It's 5-1. It's 5-1. Next year, I believe that everything will be 7-1 and up. 7-1 and 8-1. I believe everything, like even with those teams, right? The Delrays, the what's the other team? The Brick Cities. I think all of them teams are going to be 7-1 because it only makes sense. You don't want to deprive them kids out of the experience. Delray, I mean not Delray, but Delray too. Brick City will basically have one of the best teams assembled that could possibly challenge Voodoo, even though I think Voodoo will win. That could what happened? Hold on, y'all. Let me put this another battery in here real quick. But you don't want to 1 second, y'all. Like you don't want to rob them kids out of an experience to the point where now, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't able to show what they can do. This was how stars were born, right? When they played the games that nobody thought they can win, that nobody believed in them, right? And point case, and Coach James wasn't coaching them at the time. I remember Georgia Eagles, right? I believe it was, I'm not sure if it was 9U or 8U. The Georgia Eagles played versus College Park Rams. And Georgia Eagles, I believe, was undefeated up until that point. College Rams started off 0-4 in the season. They started off 0-4 in the season. They played the Georgia Eagles in the championship, and then they in the state championship, I believe, and beat them. You see what I'm saying? So there are moments to where everything is not written in stone. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is not written in stone. Yes, if you feel like you can beat them, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Play them. Don't try to avoid, because you gotta understand that destiny is already written. So is it destined for y'all to win? That's the thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, are the players scared? At this point, that's when I agree with Butch when he say some kids don't want the smoke. Because when they play versus teams like Voodoo, when they play teams like Georgia Eagles, when they play teams like Rare Breeds, right? Those teams go into the game already up 14-0, because some of the time these kids be scared. But in this case, I believe that the players that's on Tarrant City and the athletes that are on, what is it, MCU, I believe that they really feel like they can beat each other. So I don't think either one of them are scared of either one. I believe Amy said, she hope, which one? Delray win tomorrow? But I don't think either one of them teams are scared. The only people that's scared right now is the individuals that, that's coaching the team. And not just that though, I really don't see them having the chance versus the Eagles, and this is why they don't have enough offense. I like their offense, somewhat. Maybe if you get somebody else to help them dial it up a little bit, right? Then I might feel a little better. But I like when I seen them play versus Beast End. Beast End is a hell of a team. I like them, right? I like them. I think MCU has great defense as well, and I think that Turn City has great defense as well. But versus a Georgia, versus a Miami Garden Ravens, versus like other teams that are high power offense, they're going to have trouble. So you know what I'm saying? I get it. A lot of them scared. Robert Rivers says, well, the whole down south going 7-1 for what I hear. 7-1 not bad. You know what I'm saying? 7-1 not bad. That just means that you could be a little older. They're gonna stay older than the AYF unless AYF goes 7-1. I think everybody should do the same thing. That's just me personally. Everybody should do the same thing. So that way kids can select and choose where they decide to go. He said AYF used to have fun when ESPN aired the championship game. Also, they used to go to, okay, that's dope. He says, you see any Cinderella stories happening at YNC on any age group? Oh, the Cinderella possibly can be. And Coach James ain't gonna like this. It could possibly be the Georgia Falcons. That's the real Cinderella right there. Now, are they gonna win? Do I give RDE, So Icy, and Bessemer the highest chance of winning it? But if we talking about a Cinderella team that could possibly beat any team, right? If they're able to click, that would be them. That would be the 9U Georgia Falcons would be the Cinderella team, right? And in fact, now that we talking about the 9U just a little bit, right? Let's bring this up real quick, man. Let's bring this up. All right, so we got this right here. I'm about to move this. So we got the rankings, right? So we got Bessemer. I think RDE number one, if you ask me. They beat Bessemer in dominant fashion. And when I say dominant fashion, they held them to a 0 and they got a touchdown that was really a touchdown called back, right? I seen that myself. So we got Bessemer number one, and y'all already know what I still think. RDE number two, So Icy number three, right? And this is for for this right here is for me to determine whether where the Georgia Falcons would be placed, right? So look, Bessemer 1, RDE 2, So Icy 3, Gorilla Mob not going, right? They going AYF. Twin City. Oh, yeah. Let me say this. Gorilla Mob, that's scary work that y'all going to AYF too. Y'all been playing in YNC this whole time. Y'all know in the age 9 group, the best players are at the YNC, so no knock to them, but y'all are going to have some good competition. And try not to play versus DMVU because DMVU is really good. They're really good. They're big like y'all. They're good. So Twin City, right, just lost to the Georgia Falcons. Lauderdale Lakes lost to Duval, right? Dallas Elite lost to GMU. Duval beat Lauderdale. DMV, right? The DMV not going. They're going to AYF. Indy Firehawks are also going to AYF. And then you got the Georgia Falcons, right? So if you look at this, by default, Georgia Falcons is automatically 8. But to be honest, they got to go lower than that. And y'all let me know if I'm tripping. Y'all let me know because I think that you put Relentless in here, right? And then you could possibly go and reach out to the Speed Demons. I know they got beat by So Icy, but they are a really good team. They could be a really decent number 8 for any team. So you got Relentless and Speed Demon. Now, if we move, right? Because remember, we already got Georgia Falcons at 11, but 3 teams are automatically not going to YNC. So that puts them at 8, right? But they beat the Twin City. So I said that you move the Duval Jags up, right? You move them to the number 5 spot, no, to the number 4 spot, and then you got to move the Georgia Falcons to the number 5 spot. You got to move them to that, right? To the number 5 spot. Then, like I said, you got the Relentless. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got some other teams that are just as good, right? You said Indy going to UTN? Okay, cool. So they're not going to the YSC. But by default, automatically, the games that should be happening, it should be Duval Jags playing versus the Georgia Falcons. That's where it needs to be. The Duval Jags needs to be playing versus the Georgia Falcons. Number 4 and 5. Number 4 and 5. That's what it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hope y'all looking at this, right? Bessemer number 1. RDE number 2. So I see number 3. Gorilla Mob not going. So we still at 3. Then, all right, 1 second, y'all. Hey, it ain't got you on, T Street. Call back in like 5 minutes. I gotta cut it on. All right. But yeah, man. So we got all right. So we still at the number 3 spot. So then we got Twin City. They lost. So we can't really take them out, although they should be out. But we ain't got enough teams that better. Matter of fact, bring me Wahoma. Bring me Wahoma, and we swapping them out for Twin City. Okay, so we gonna put Wahoma. We can't put them at the A spot because they don't want Bessemer to play a hometown team. So we got to put Wahoma at the 7th spot, right? We got to put Wahoma at the 7th spot. Yes, yeah. Robert Rivers. So we got Icy number 3. Then we got Duval Jags number 4. Then we got Georgia Falcons number 5. Then number 6, right? We could put a Relentless there. Then we could put at number 7 a Wahoma, right? And then number 8 a Speed Demon, man. What y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about that? He said, hell nah. He said, we ain't doing Relentless. You don't like Relentless? You don't like Relentless? I mean, they're an undefeated team, I believe. You don't like them? What we saying? You don't like them? Why? Hold on, man. Let me get this phone line up. Why don't you like them? Because T Street don't like nobody. I don't even think T Street like his own team. T Street is a tough crowd. I tell you that. I don't see. How many other teams do you have? How many other teams? Hey, try to call back in, T Street. See, that's the thing, man. Y'all, a lot of people be biased. I'm not biased. Like I can select a team, you know what I'm saying? I can give them a shot. And we talk about Cinderella teams, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they deserve a shot. But what do you think, T Street, about Georgia Falcons being number 5? Moving Duval Jags up, Georgia Falcons number 5. And do you think that Twin City should actually go? Because I think they lost almost every game. What's up, man? What we doing, man? What we not doing? I'm saying, all right. So as we go through this list, I like Relentless, bro. Man, here you go, bro. You don't believe in giving chances, man. That's why, like, even Coach Mark. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You had a chance. You at least you had a chance. Okay, you went undefeated for nothing. Can we say that? Bro, let them waste the money. If they feel like look, man, listen. How you know? See, that's the thing, man. Everybody, so we already know that all the teams that's out here, right? We know that they're battle tested because they got the best teams out here. We know that. All right, bet. Cool. But damn, y'all got to give other teams a shot as well. Give them a chance. That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all, you, Fanatic, EF, all I told you, 8. I mean, I put them 6, and then I'll put Wahoma 7 because I mean I could put Wahoma over them, but I'm saying I'll put Wahoma 7 only because they don't want them playing their home team. So I will put them 8. I will put Speed Demon over them. I think that they can beat them. But since they can't, who Speed Demon? I mean, they give him a challenge. They give him a, you know what I'm saying, like a good game. At least that's what you need, right? The eight is not supposed to be super strong. Now, if the Georgia Falcons was to come in 8, I would like to see that. Relentless is a big team. Yeah, that's crazy. He said, I've been hearing about a team out in Jersey, the Gladiators. You heard about them, T Street? Yeah, he says, I think I heard, I'm not sure if they from only Brick City. Yeah, that's the only team I heard. He says, I think Riverdale would give 7-10 a run for their money. He said, at this point, don't matter. The rankings got to find. Kim Ron says, at this point, what he say? At this point, don't matter. The rankings got to find teams that wants to come. Seem like everyone's scared in the 9U. I don't think no. I think. Oh, he said we can't. Oh shit! They can't even hear you, T Street. I thought you was in the I thought you was in this session. All right, man. So it seemed like I'm talking to myself. So yeah, I'm at the hang up. All right, man. That's crazy. My bad, y'all. I didn't know y'all couldn't hear him because he definitely was in the earphones, in the headphones. I mean. Uh, but yeah, no. So T Street was saying that basically he didn't want to give Relentless a chance. So what do y'all think about what I just said? But it seemed like Duval Jags and and Georgia Falcons need to be playing in that first round. Now I know it's gonna be some people's with some hard nosed individuals, right? That they're gonna say, you know what? Nah, we can't do that. I don't know why. Because y'all said y'all don't want Georgia teams playing versus each other. So that's the only way that can work out. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, he hung up now, man. Dang, that's crazy. I feel like I'm talking to myself now. Avy said, you talking to someone? He said, OTF beat the Jack Boys, right? Now, all right, that's cool. That's cool. OTF beat the Jack Boys. All right, cool. And y'all would beat Speed Demon. Okay, make your case. Now, I don't think y'all gonna beat Speed Demon. That's just my honest opinion. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain teams played so icy, right? So icy beat the Georgia Falcons by a lot. Don't mean that the team that what's that team? Twin City was gonna beat them. So that don't mean nothing. Just because you beat a team don't mean that you gonna beat another team. That don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? He said Curse in trouble. He says Georgia Eagles by a lot. Yeah, Georgia Eagles. I think the only team that played Georgia Eagles well is Twin City, to be honest. But Twin City got a problem because they don't have an offense. So that's where they messed up. Remember last year, Twin City won because of their defense. Their defense was the one that got them the ball and they picked it up and scored. Their defense. But this year, Georgia Eagles is too high powered in order for them to win like that. So I don't think they have a chance in hell. So it'd be smart that they go to C1N if they, because that's what the word is that they're saying that they supposed to be going C1N. So that's a smart move. If you still want to be a champion, right? Because I don't think that's going to be the case. Now they still have a chance of getting there, but then they will have to play somebody probably like the Miami Garden Ravens, and they may not want to do that. So the 11U, if you ask me, 11U is so stacked. It's so stacked to the point where, you know, everybody else has a really good chance at being number 2. Everybody has a chance. Ladarian, he says no love. Ladarian no love says, what rank can you give Dallas Elite? Oh, I forgot about Dallas Elite. My bad. I will put, matter of fact, let me take Speed Demon out because I still like Relentless. I believe they undefeated. Let me take Speed Demon out and let me put Dallas Elite at 8. Dallas Elite at 8. So it would be, let me bring this back up. So it would be, all right, so you got Bessemer, number 1, number 2, RDE, number 3, So Icy, number 4, Duval Jags, number 5, Georgia Falcons, number 6, Relentless, number 7, Wahoma, number 8. It definitely can be the Elite. But like OTF said, they can make a case for, you know, putting Wahoma out. But how many games did y'all play that was national outside of the Jack Boys? See, that's why the reason why I'm going, I told y'all in the beginning, I'm going off of strength of schedule. And if we go off strength of schedule, Speed Demon has played, right? They have played they played not Bessemer, but RDE, and they played So Icy. They didn't win, you know what I'm saying, but they still played. So we can make a case for y'all to take Speed Demon out. All right, so that's not set in stone for me. But what other game did y'all play? Because I know y'all lost to the Georgia Falcons. Y'all lost to them. So what other game that y'all can say that y'all played to make y'all say, okay, yeah, that wasn't a fluke. He said that's why I said ATL was give OTF a shot. Yeah, you can definitely get a shot. You can get him a shot as well. See, I'm all for it. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, like say, oh no, they not worth it. But you know, like, yeah, y'all got a case. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely be saving up if y'all plan on going. But I think what's gonna happen is how many Georgia teams? See the reason why I really didn't say OTF is because we already got like 3 Georgia teams that's going, right? You got 3 Georgia teams. They usually don't want more than 3 Georgia teams. So you already got RDE, you got So Icy, right? And then you got the Georgia Falcons, and then ain't nowhere or no place for OTF after that, unless they want more than 3. You know what I'm saying? Like if they want more than 3 teams. So that's why it wasn't no disrespect when I said it. He said, oh, you tagged some people. So he says Florida Elite. Oh, they talking to each other. But nah, man, I think that's what it is, man. Let me know. I don't think nobody have a problem with the Falcons being at the 5 position, especially since Duval Jazz was ranked ahead of them. You got no choice but to put them or keep them ahead of Georgia Falcons because they just played a really good um, Lauderdale Lakes. So, and like I say, Lauderdale Lakes shouldn't have been in there in the first place because, like I say, they are a good team, but they just don't have an offense. So that's just my personal opinion. He says, we can't help that G18's been outside. Now I get it, but when we looking at the history of the YNC, they just not have taken more than 3 teams, right? In most cases. I say with the older group. Now they might do it sometime with the youngers, but like, like for instance, they might have how many people for the 7? I gotta see the 7. 1 second, y'all. All right, so we going to the 9, right? All right, so this the 9. So what are the other teams that have been waiting? All right, so we have Bessemer, RDE, So Icy, Gorilla Mob, Twin City, Lauderdale Lakes, Dallas, Dallas Elite, Mustang, Duval Jags, right? DMVU, Indy Firehawks. So we already talked about that. So now let's look at the next 15. Georgia Falcons. Okay, so the only other teams that we actually see is Huffman and Maryland Elite not going. If they go, they possibly go to the AYF. So Huffman and yeah, just Huffman. So Huffman is like the only team far as like the. So yeah, man, I can see that Duval Jags and Georgia Falcons being the first game, far as for the first round. Yep. So that makes sense to me though. That makes sense. All right, he says Twin City goes to number 8. Motherfuckers didn't score. They go to 8. I mean the thing is, I really ain't even put them in there. Like I'm just saying, man, because like when you look at it, the only win that they had, see, at least Wahoma got at least 1 or 2. I mean, got 2 or 3 wins from caliber opponents. So I mean not So Icy, but Twin City, they only got 1. So Huffman probably going UYFL. Okay, well then yeah. So the bracket is set in stone, man. That's if they actually travel. He says, "Yo, but NSC, you know the team name Polk Elite, for Florida Elite. I definitely seen. I've seen Polk. I've seen that, but I think I just seen a game though where they lost, if I'm not mistaken. If that's the same team, So, I don't mind, man. Any team that's out there that's undefeated, give them a shot, give them a chance, put them at that A spot, But I did give Speed Demon a shot. I can say OTF, but I know that's not likely because, like I say, they are a Georgia team. 3 Georgia teams are already in there, so I don't know what to say when it comes to that. But they can definitely be a part of it. They can be a part of it. But I'm telling y'all this: 9, 11, and 13 will be the brackets in the games that I will be searching for and looking to film because I want to see the Miami Garden Ravens, the OG Ducks, the the uh the rare breeds, and what's the other one? What's the other one? Rare breeds, Miami Duck. Oh, and the Boynton Bulldogs. Man, that's a faux right there, man. That's crazy. He said, yeah, JT. So I seen Poke. It was the 12 you did, because like I looked and yeah, they just lost. And I seen I was also watching the Osceola. I was watching them as well. Hey, what up, Pops? He said, what up, National Sports Chat? Yes, sir. Got Supreme in the building. The Dog Pound doesn't have an offense and they lost to Duval. Put them at number 10. I ain't got them in it because I don't feel like that's a team that can compete. I really don't. They are good, but then when you look at the Bessemer high power offense, they're good, but when you look at the So Icy high power offense, they're good, but when you look at who was the number 3? Number 3, no. So Icy is number 3. They're good when you look at RDE, their high power offense. So they're going to get blasted by them. When you look at the number 4, they just lost to another high power offense, which is Duval Jag. Then if they play a Georgia Falcons, which is really a high power offense, they're going to lose, right? There ain't going to be no chance. So what the hell? One second, y'all. I'm hearing it clicking. But yeah, so I don't see none of these teams. It's crazy. That's crazy. But like I told you, the Cinderella story will be if the Georgia Falcons win and all the stuff that those coaches had to endure throughout the season and the stuff that we had to put up. We had to build a case versus the league, you know what I'm saying? Because they were basically targeting certain coaches and basically wanting them to lose, don't want them to win the season and all that type of stuff, man. And they tried to make it seem like it was the rules. Nah, man, it was personal. Can't get personal, with somebody that's helping kids and it's not, doing anything that's detrimental to them. So that if completed, that will possibly be the best story in youth football outside of that College Park start on 4. So that's a good one. He says, you got to start watching AU. It's loaded too. Now I know AU is loaded, man. AU is for sure loaded. Like they even got a team called YJB, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Central DeKalb. They're a really good team, and they got them playing versus it's a rematch of last year. So you got the Eastside Babies, AU stacked, really good. Bessemer, good. You got the what's the other one? You got Rare Breeze, really good. ATM, really good. You got a lot of teams in the AU. But man, my cup of tea right now is that 9U, 11U, and that 13U. You see, y'all AU, so I'll be able to get to y'all next season. I won't be able to get to Rare Breeze next season because this they last season. You know what I'm saying? Then the Georgia Eagles, I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to from them. So I don't know. He said, okay, yeah, they lost to Duval. They don't deserve to be in there. Yeah, I didn't have them in there. But he says, we lost that game, but I'm number 54, best O line that game, and got a lot of got 15 pancakes that game. Got like 15 pancakes. Damn, boy, whew. If you got that many, then you for sure on your way. He says, watch out for the Alpha Dogs 13. Man, I just watched the Alpha Dog. I'm not sure if it was 13. Oh man, what's the team that they played versus? I just know that they had the running back, I think is number 3. They got it was like a red and it was taped by BRL. If you know what that is, it was taped by BRL. That's my dude too. BRL, shout out to BRL. It was taped by him. But I watched that whole entire game, man. They did their thing. He said, I don't know if Georgia Falcons have enough beef to beat Bessemer. Now, that's the thing. Georgia Falcons have a good chance to beat everybody because not everybody prepares for the secondary. See that's where now if you talk about best running backs and all that, right? We could talk about Dakota, the Kazis, right? And they still got a good running back, number 8. They got a good running back. But you could talk about the Dakotas, the Kazis, right? You could talk about number 0. You could talk about 23 for Bessemer, number 0 for Bessemer, right? You could talk about number 24 for RDE, right? You could talk about these people. See, everybody got to really prepare. Not now. RDE they're a dual threat now. But in most cases, everybody used to preparing for the run game. Not many people are that prepared for in the secondary. And that's where they pick you apart. They don't just do deep passes. They mix it up. And on top of that, number 8 can literally run the ball. He's a power runner. So he can do a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? Uh says they are bigger. Nah, we know size don't matter. He says rare ATM, GA, all legit. Yeah, they all legit. They for sure are legit. He says, what number 1 team you think could lose first round? Ooh, that's a great question. I got to know who the number 8. But the number 1 that can lose first round. Let's see. Okay, so you go to 7U Supreme. Dope. You could go to 8U Bessemer. No, Adamsville. Nope. Okay, you can go to 9U, depending on who's there. With Bessemer, they can be knocked off. Bessemer, but it's not likely. All right, so you got 10U, Voodoo. Nope, not knocking them off. Then we say 11U, Georgia Eagles. Nope, not knocking them off. 12U, Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. Nope. If so, man, it gotta probably be the OC Buckeyes 14U. Other than that, I don't see it. I don't see it. Not first round. Not first round. Not at all. Yeah, nah. I don't see it. Right now, I don't see it. The one that I can say, and depending on who it is, and they gave them a run for their money last time, which was Dallas Elite. So if Dallas Elite is at the number 8, they have a potential of beating them, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. It says Georgia Eagles win 9 youth YNC and 11 youth YNC. All right, it says don't talk to. He said don't talk to me to sleep. See me at the front door YNC and bring your pocketbooks. Hey man, we already know that's a given, man. Because they kind of levels above everybody, right? We already know that Twin City doesn't have the offense, which is the team that plays them the best. Like no matter what, they play them the best. It'd be very hard for the Georgia Eagles to score on them, but that's not enough because even if they're not having success at the run game, guess what? They got that young man called Edwards, Mr. Edwards. They got him, and he can run the ball and he can pass the ball equally as good. So yeah, you in trouble. Says depend on who ate for real. Yeah, it depends on who ate, but I don't think any of the top teams are going to be 8. So that's why I'm saying. Now, I was saying like if the Falcons was an 8, then there would have been also a possibility, but it won't even make sense for them to be 8 at all. It won't even make a lick of sense at all. So, but yeah, man. But shoot, bro, that's all I got for tonight, man. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all let me know. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all think it should be because it right now, whew, it's tough. It's tough. Let me see what he said. Courtney says Bessemer 9U 3P. Shaking my head. People forget what this is. Nah, I'm not saying that. They said who has the strongest chance, and I'm looking at everybody else. And the reason why I'm saying Bessemer is because I think Dallas Elite played them very well. And if they're at the number 8 spot, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a good game for them. But I also said that it's highly unlikely. It definitely not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, right? Bessemer, the thing that a lot of people don't factor in is that championship experience. It holds a lot of weight. It helps you get through a lot of situations. And you could ask GMU last year, the championship experience and the championship pedigree that Bessemer had the year prior gave them the added motivation and experience to be able to win and chip out that game versus GMU. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So they're a good team. They're a really good team. They can go for the 3P. I'm not knocking them out. I still give them like a 25% chance of winning, right? But it's remain to be seen. One thing that we know, unlike last year, Bessemer is no longer undefeated, and they lost to a really good team who now even got better since then. That's the crazy part. They have gotten better since then. That's scary right there. RDE got better. The team that beat you, not only you didn't score, but then that team also got better. And they match up with Coach Blue a lot more easier, you know what I'm saying, than So Icy does with them. See, it's harder for them to beat a RDE than it is to beat a So Icy. And I still think if healthy, So Icy gonna be, the team that could possibly also, win the championship as well. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, please, y'all hit the like button because y'all haven't been hitting the like buttons, man. But y'all been showing up and showing y'all support. But then, in order to continue to get this page out there, they got to see that y'all liking the content. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all can do that for me and follow the page and subscribe if y'all new, definitely do that for me. But y'all have a good night, man. I'm out. Hold on. Dang, Courtney. I can't leave without reading everybody's stuff. But he says we've only given up 12 points at Y&C in 2 years. Says Red. He said Red scored defense against us. We got better. I'm done talking. I'm just saying. I told you so. Hey man, you know it's always a conversation, Courtney. It's all love as well, man. So they did score on the offense, y'all. They called it back on y'all. So don't forget that neither. But like I say, the scary part is that since then, they only got better. So y'all need to be definitely on y'all P's and Q's and a little concerned about that game. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all win, I'm happy. If y'all